Good evening, everyone. If you're coming on, let me know you're on. There we go. So if you're on, just let me know you're on. Leave a chat and in the chat and say, hey, I'm here. Hi, Jean. How are you? Hey, did you get your embellishments? You were the only one I didn't hear from. I mailed everybody's winnings out on last week one day. And Eileen got hers, Pat got hers, Dawn got hers, Marianne got hers, or Mary Jane, I mean. And I forget who the other one was, and then you. You got them today. Oh, great. Good, thanks. Hope you enjoyed them. Okay, well, I am going to get started here. The weather has been beautiful, so I hope to get out there a little bit tonight. So, okay, good evening, everyone. If you're jumping on late or watching a replay, just let me know that by saying hashtag replay, and you will still go in for the drawing. I'm doing the drawing a little different. It's going to be a monthly drawing, so instead of every week. So that's a little bit different than what I was doing. My my email is scraphappyshirley@yahoo.com. If you have any questions, feel free to give me an email. Or if you'd like to go shopping, you can shop on my website at shirleynatalie.stampinup.net and let me know if there's anything that I can help you with. Okay. All right. So tonight we are playing with Seaside Wishes Bundle set. And I do a lot of die cutting before I started this tonight. And I always keep my dies just in here for it's all together if it's something I need or something I want, which normally I have them in a baggie, but I didn't put them in a bag this time. And let me get that piece off of there. I have a lot of little pieces of paper that came out of this one die here. So I don't know if everybody has this set or not, but it is a nice beach set. Honestly, I bought it for the sand dollar. I like the sand dollar. And the saying your friendship is the best gift. I think, I don't think there's a lot of nice words out there. Sorry if you hear this wrapping come off of that. I don't think there's a lot of nice words out there for good friends. There's some sayings, but not like, I just like that. Your friendship's the best gift. Because I tend to think a lot of people forget what friendship means. You know, they always say you have so many friends in your life, but you really only have true friends, a handful in your life. And I truly believe that. And I am blessed because I still talk to people I went to school with. And two in particular are really good friends. And they see me at my worst, see me at my best, and loved me through it all. And this set actually reminded me of them. So they will be getting a card from me with this set. So Good evening, Lisa. Hi, Jen. I will see you two ladies on Friday. Okay. So let's get started here. We're going to use this set. And I did do a lot of prep work again this week. I think it's easier for me to do the prep work ahead of time. It goes faster and it just is smoother, I feel. Okay, so the first thing we did is we have a 4.5. Now wait. We have an 8.5 by 11 cut in half at 5.5, and then scored at 4 1/4. So that gives you a card base at 4 1/4 and 5.5. Okay, so we have an insert that we're going to stamp a sand dollar in the corner of the first card. So we're going to get our sand dollar out here. I don't know why I did not put all my stamps on here ahead of time. That is something I didn't do this week. But we'll get through that. No, that's the big one. We used the smaller one. Okay. And I am using Basic Beige, which is our new color. And I'm just going to stamp it in the lower right-hand corner, like that. And then we're going to put that in the inside of the card. Line it in there like that, just like so. Crease that again with my bone folder. Okay, and now I had already ran this through. If you bought the complete bundle, you received the stamp set, the die, and then the embossing folder. Which I have. That's the leaf one. Right here. And it is a 3D embossing folder. And I didn't put I normally stamp the title on it. But I believe it's Seaside Wishes 3D embossing folder. I believe that's what it's called. So I stamped that, or put that through the embossing folder. I don't know if you guys can see the embossing on it or not. But there is 3 sand dollars and then like little bubbles or sand little sand things. I don't know what it's supposed to be. Now, that is too big for that, so we have to cut that down a little bit. So I'm going to cut that at 4 inches by 5 1/4. And that's going to give us a 1/4 inch. And I'm actually going to take the 1/4 inch off this side. And when I use my Stampin' Up! Cutter, here is the strip, your zero line, okay? Every line is a 1/4 inch. So when I'm just doing a 1/4, I always leave the bigger side on the right side of this, and I just go over to the one line, and then I know that's a 1/4 inch. And remember, your dark is your cutting blade, and your gray is your score blade. Just going to do a 1/4 inch off both sides. And that is going to give me a little slither like that. Now, before I do anything else, I'm going to use the little dots that are in this. And I'm going to put some color in the back of it. So I need the Lost Lagoon, and I used gray granite for the dots. I have not decided if I like the ink color basic beige or not. I am not a huge fan right now. Yeah, that's gray granite. Does that look? That looks a little blue. Where did I put my cleaner? I pulled out a couple wet wipes. I'm just going to stamp these all around, trying not to stamp at the sand dollar though. Close that up so I don't double stamp. I'm going to stamp on here. And it is really hard to see the sand dollars, but we are going to be covering a lot of them up with other die cuts. So that looks good for now. We might end up adding once we get everything in it. And we might say, yeah, it does need something on that. So, okay. So then what I die cut is one large sand dollar. And now these are in different colors because I actually took one piece of different stuff and I put it all together. Let's see. And that is the same. I'm going to use a white one. A white on white will work. Let's put that up there. And then this would go here. And we can put a blue like that. And not sold on that white on white on this one. Let's see what else I have. I have a blue one, but not. This is Lost Lagoon paper, and I don't have one of those cut out, but I do have a blue one. I don't think that's gonna. No, I don't like that at all. Well, there's a smaller one. There we go. Okay. It's going to be like that. So I want to stamp my friendship. And I'm doing that in Lost Lagoon too. Now this is the ivory cardstock. I still had some. So I'm using that up since this is tones of creams and the blue, the Lost Lagoon. Okay. Okay, so now we can build. Get my inks out of the way. We'll be using them later. And let's build our card. So the first one we're going to put down is the lighter one. And that one is going to get popped up with our dimensions. I'm just going to put one and one on the side there. Okay, now it's going to go about there. And I really like our glass mat, except for when I'm building, I have a hard time seeing the white on it. So that's why I put the grid paper on it tonight. And actually, I just put that on the wrong side of that. Put that on there like that. Okay, that's going to go there, and this is going to go on there. Good. I was going to say, I hope I didn't just do that, but I did it right. So, okay, and I am putting a little tape on that because that's going to get stuck on this. Anybody do anything special this weekend? It was a gorgeous weekend. Okay, let me slide these off here. And then we're going to use the blue on this one. And we're going to put a little mini glue dot, or not glue dot, pop up on this guy. And put him right there. And then I did not pop this up on this card. Oh, what the heck? Let's do it. One of the dimensional backings stuck to me. I'm doing all these. I'm going to do it. Okay. And let's put that right on there like so. And then we're going to add some pearls. Some of our basic pearl gems. And put one up here. And I did not add any to this one. And this one actually got bent in my bag. Okay, and that is card 1. So that is card 1, ladies. Now we're going to go to card 2. And card 2, what I did was I used the stone stamp and I stamped half the card to give it some texture in there. And I used, where my ribbon is. I used the I'm trying to think of the color, Early Espresso cardstock, and I ran that through, and then I just cut a piece down. Is the stone stamp in that set? Yes, it is, Jean. You actually have 3. You have three stamps. Now wait, I'll show you on the cover. You actually have three stamps of stones. And so were the dots. The dots that I used on the other one are in this. I don't know if you can see them in the, there you go. They were the dots, and then these are the stones that we're using for this one. And when I was stamping this, I was thinking, you could really use that if you're trying to make like a giraffe. I thought of Angelica because she loves giraffes. And when I was stamping it, I'm like, oh, that could be a giraffe spot too. But they are stones, and yes, it is in the set. So, and then we're going to take this and go over there like this, pop that up, and then put our little starfish in there. And I thought I had a small one in here too. Maybe I put it back in here. They're both the big ones. Oh, I thought I had a small dark one. Oh no, small light one. It was a small light one, a light colored one. Okay, so that's going to be our third set. So when I do if I'm doing a partial card base and I'm covering it, I'm partially covering the card base, I always put a ribbon or a piece of paper to bring it together. So if I'm doing ribbon, I actually do it on this piece and I fold it behind it. So I get out my silicone mat and I'm going to put my line of tape down here. I'm going to line up my ribbon. Put it right on there. Pick it up, and then I can fold it over on itself. Put that ribbon down. Just like that. Okay, and then sometimes the simplest things mean the most is the set that, or the stamp that I am using. And we're going to pop that up. I did try to use, again, the basic gray, and that's what I just don't like it. I keep trying, but I don't. It's like that, what was that purplish pink color that they couldn't get the ink to the standard of Stampin' Up, and I won't be surprised if this one doesn't get pulled because of the same thing. That one, I believe, was an in color, if I'm not mistaken, because we had trouble. If you didn't get it right away, you only got 4 of the in colors that year. And I'm going to put that one there, and I'm going to actually put that up there on the tan. Okay, so now I want to pop this up, and I believe a regular size will fit that one. And then I'm going to use the strips of my mini. No, that's too big. Well, let me pull this off without ripping my paper. That one was too big on that one. Let's try to cut this in half long ways. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this one or not, but it worked. Like that. And this one like this. They're going to be the 2 that are out, right? Come on. There we go. And that's going to go on there. Oh. Yeah, wait. I have to adjust this because of can't be covering up the, there we go. Oh, I'm up too high on that thing, that's why. There we are. And this we're just going to glue down. Now this card, I will tell you. Come on, glue. I don't know, ladies. I've had a lot of trouble with this glue, just this one. I don't know if it's not sealing right, because I am rather good at putting my lid right on it and putting in my holder that Ocean made. Comes out the one end, it's just that the small tip, and it doesn't come out of. And I don't know why, but I am going to see how this is standing off the card. That won't fit in an envelope. So I'm going to try to move all of this over without ruining the tag. So I'm going to flip my take your pick tool and use my spatula end and try to get in underneath that. Okay, that one raised. And of course, Shirley's got to use more than 2 pop-ups because she don't like any bendies in the middle. I'm just going to move that over like that. And then I can move this guy over, for he is not hanging off the card. And then that way it'll fit in the envelope. There we go. And now I do have, there it comes off. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I do have a little glue on there. I'm just taking my nail then and rubbing it, and it'll come off. Or you could use your glue eraser, which is a rubber. A lot of you has bought my adhesive kits that I made. And if you did, you received it in there. Let's see if I have mine. I do normally have mine. But of course I don't see my, oh, right here in front of me. Right in front of me. This is it, and all you have to do is erase it like that, and it comes right off. Okay. Pardon me. Put my lid back on there. And now we want to put some pearls on this. I didn't realize you used the embossing folder until you added the ribbon, and you could see the embossing. Yeah, the embossing, it's, I think a lot, I can see it good here, Jean. I think the lighting does not show that off that well. But yeah, you definitely can see it. Hi, Cindy. How are you? Put one in the middle of that sand dollar that's there. And I am going to take my glue dot and get a glue dot off of here. I'm just going to put a glue dot underneath this guy's arm. Since we moved him, he is a little honeywampus, or however you say it. Okay, so that is card number 2. So and if I raise up there, you can see the embossing better. Okay. There's card 2. Now our third card is a fun fold. And let me get that out. We miss you too, Cindy. Miss you too, my friend. Okay. So now our next one that we have is going to be a fun fold like this. And I didn't like that one. So that's going to go on there like this. That white one and smaller white one is supposed to be on here. Yes. Put 3 of them on there like that. this is going to go in this corner. And it's going to open like this. This is going to have a saying on it. We're going to layer it with that. And then when you open it, these are going to be here popped up, which I know that doesn't show up that well on the camera, but it does. And I think I'm going to use a little bit of ink and give it a little bit of a brush on it. So I don't know if everybody knows, but we do have two size brush, excuse me, two sizes of brushes. Let me grab a drink. Now we have the smaller one, and then we have the normal, the bigger one. So whenever I'm doing a small or a, like I don't need a whole bunch, I'll use the littler brush. So, and I'm just going to ink this to give it a little bit of a different color than the other, because it's going to be on top of it. Okay. I need a little more around the edges, I think. So, Jean, when is your grandbaby? When is Chris's girlfriend due? Yeah. Now you see how you can see it on there? I just think that shows it off nicely. I think you told me before, but I don't remember. There has been so many babies born this year in my family and my friends. Right there. Okay. And while we did that, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this and just lay it on top of that. And I'm going to use this like a little stencil to give that a little texture. And see what that looks like. If we don't like it, we can always flip it over. What do you think? You like? I like that texture on that. Okay. I believe that's all the stamping. No, we're going to stamp our saying on this. And again, I'm using the same stamp. See if I got it straight. Now let me try that again. It was off-centered. Yep, that's better. Okay. He's still at the end of October. Oh, shame it's not the beginning. We could have had 3 birthdays, his, mine, and the baby's. Okay, we're going to cut that in half. And I just cut that in half because I'm going to offset this blue, or this, oh, wait a minute, now which one of these were? Yeah. I'm just going to put a little bit on here. Not going to put a lot because I don't want it to go over, because this is actually going to hang in the middle of the card. Put these on here. There it is. Just had a little gnat go crawling across my. There we go, like that. Okay, so we're going to let that dry, and we can adhere the rest of this stuff while it dries. It is very hard to stamp on white, Jean. Normally I go off onto the red mat, and that's actually why I have it on here, but I didn't do that. And I even said in the beginning, that's why I put it on here. Okay, so that is on there like so. Now I'm not going to put this on until I do all of these. I'm going to bring my silicone mat out here and put some of my ink on, or my glue on, and get my dauber. Take this and just daub this. This is my favorite way to do these anything that has any kind of like multiple holes like that or thin. I saw Dina Rico, who is the Creativity Cave. For any of you who want other ideas that are really nice, some of my ideas come from her, but she has taught me a lot of different techniques and just hints of doing things, and this is one of them. And then you just let that dry, and once it gets like a clear, once it's not white anymore, you see how it's white and then it's not there, that's when it's dry, and then you just take your finger and you rub over it and it comes right off. Okay, and I don't think I need that anymore. And I just leave this up here in my little bin, and it gets goopy, it gets sticky, but I only use that one for glue, so it works. And now I'm going to put this on there. And actually, before I do that, I'm going to see if I want to take the brush over that to give that a little bit of highlight too. Do I have extra white ones in here? In case I do. And I have extra white if I decide we don't want to do that. And I'm not doing the whole thing. I'm just doing at the actual star kiss. So what do you think? Do you like? I like that, how it offsets the white and it shows the design in it better. Can you see that? So I'm going to use that. And these are getting, let me increase this. Good, it keeps flopping up. There we go. That's better. Jen likes some ink, Jean does, and so does Lisa. So we're going to put these on there. With some glue. Like so. Now I'm going to cheat. I'm just going to put a little bit on here and do the starfish. Only because it's not coming out my thin end. It's the first time I ever had trouble with one of theirs, unless I knew I left the lid off, or, got busy talking or whatever and had the lid off, but I didn't with that one. At least not that I remember. Anyway. Okay. And then this is going to go here like this. But before I do that, I want to put string my linen thread around it. Around this one. Yeah, as soon as I can get it. Thank you. I'm going to wrap this around twice. I think I might end up using this one. So get back in the frame here. I'm going to wrap it around twice, and then I'm going to put a knot in here. I'm going to put a knot there and see. Okay, did anybody see where my, oh, it's stuck to me. That's where it is. Okay, and I want to put this up a little higher because I don't want to cover up our starfish. Okay. So I want to just put this a little lower. There we go. And then I'm going to just put this like this on here. And now I want to make sure I don't put any glue on this side of it. So what I do is I put it where I want it. I hold it there. I flip it over, keep it down flat, and I use a pen and I just put a little line there. So I want glue from here over. Okay, just like that. And then I'm going to hold that there. And you can see I don't have any glue on this side of that. I actually should have put another piece of white on there. And if this isn't, okay, it's not good. Let me punch another white because I stamped on that side. I don't like that. I need a piece of white. No, I just need a strip of white. Will that work? No. There's a small white. This one will work. There we go. Because I stamped there and I don't like seeing the stamp there. So we're going to put glue on all of this, put the white punch on there, and then re-glue it. Okay, so this is going to go in there like that. You're only going to see that on the back side of it. And then I go with that end again. There we go. Some glue on there. Now I would that, but that'll be covered with this. And there you go. Now I'm just going to hold that for a second. There we go. And this here, I'm just going to put a little bow here. Trim these off right about there. Okay, and we can decorate it with some pearls. There. One here and one over here. And that is card 3, ladies. Okay, and then you're going to be able to write something there, or you could stamp something. This one is your friendship is the best gift. Love you. You absolutely made my day. That would be too long, though, I think, to stamp underneath that. And sometimes the simplest things mean the most. So here are our 3 cards we made tonight, ladies. I hope you enjoyed them. Here they are. One blue. One is all Lost Lagoon. One is the browns, and then one is a combination of all the colors that we used tonight. Okay, so I hope you like them. And if you have any questions, most of you I will see Friday. Others of you I will talk during the week. And if not, you can email me or text me if you have my cell number. And I will help you in any way I can. Let's see what all we Did I miss any conversation here? Thanks, Jean. Thanks, Lisa. Thanks, Jen and Cindy. Yeah. So, okay, ladies. I will see you next week. Same time, same place. And hope you have a good weekend. Get outside and enjoy this weather because it is gorgeous out there. Okay, take care, everybody. Bye.